Hello, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so now we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people want to criticize for over, and we have actual videos. Now, granted, there's a lot of articles going on this. This is mostly not being talked about on the right, obviously, because why would the right want to fucking mention anything about this? So we're going to mention it to you guys because they don't want to mention it. So it's all about a GOP guy saying that he was raided. We're gonna right into the story. Leading Michigan GOP gubernatorial candidate Ryan Kelley raided, arrested for being on Capitol steps during January 6th protest. Yes, guys, and of course I have edited this, and really Tim Cass does probably I would say the best reporting. This was on Forbes and a few other things, but it does not do the good enough reporting that I like, because we actually get information and tweets and all this stuff is more correctly vetted here than it would be on, I would say, on the Forbes. Even though Forbes is so good, I just think this is better because we get more information that I go over with you guys. So this is now I would say this is kind of a concerning thing. Not because it's Republican or whatever, but mostly because some of the things that has been going on or been said is not what the majority of people think. So yeah, I would say that this is a very interesting thing that ended up coming out. It goes on to say the candidate Ryan Kelley was raided on June 9th on misdemeanor charges related to the protest. So baby slap kind of charges, really, nothing really too major. Kelley is facing 4 misdemeanor charges: knowing entering or remaining in an unrestricted building, disorderly and disruptive conduct, knowing engaging in any act of physical violence against person or property in a restricted building or grounds, and willfully injuring or committing distemperation against property of the U.S. The charging documents do not accuse Kelley of entering the building, committing any violence, or engaging in any vandalism. So, well, that seems to be normal. Majority of the people there really didn't do anything, but again, we have actual evidence here. The Kelley is accused of gesturing for people to move forward while on the Capitol steps. At approximately 2 p.m., Kelley climbed onto and stood on an architectural feature next to the northwest stairs, and indicated by waving his hand that the crowd behind him should move towards the stairs leading into the U.S. Capitol building. The complaint states. At approximately 2:20 p.m., Kelley continued to gesture the crowd, consistently indicating that they should move towards the stairs that led to the entrance of the U.S. Capitol interior spaces, the complaint reads, according to a report from the Detroit News. He also accused of using his hands to support another rider who is opposing a medical barricade. So, we'll go directly here. And this is the man. What do we see here? I don't have to really go over this, and it will continue to go here. February 2nd, interview with WMT News. Kelley speaks about being at the Capitol on January 6, 2021, and denies having gone inside the building. Kelley refuses to identify whether he is the individual wearing a dark coat and a black baseball cap in photos shown to him by the reporter. Well, too bad for you. You got caught, buddy. Kelley is from Allendale, Michigan. He'll make his initial court appearance today in federal court on Grand Rapids, which probably means he will probably get more than just misdemeanor charges, to be honest with you, if this is the actual case. So we'll kind of just go over the actual interview here.
From an Allendale township official who was in Washington, D.C. during the deadly riots on the U.S. Capitol building on January the 6th. Planning commissioner and right-wing activist Ryan Kelley confirms he was on the Capitol grounds, but did not enter the U.S. Capitol building.
News Channel 3's Mike Kravsik joins us live to tell us what Kelley has to say about his involvement and his new political aspirations. Mike.
Well, Erica, the 39-year-old real estate broker says he was in Washington, D.C. to exercise his First Amendment rights in support of President Trump. Now Kelley says he plans to run for Michigan's governorship in 2022. Ryan Kelley refused to confirm or deny if he's in the photos some activists say showed him near the entrance of the Capitol as rioters stormed inside. That's you, correct? Right here?
You got my statement on the Capitol, brother.
Kelley says he did not take part in the siege and condemns violence during the deadly riots in D.C. on January 6th.
Some bad actors turned the whole thing into a bad day. I never went inside the Capitol building, never had the intention to, and did not go inside, nor did I have any altercation with police officers.
Kelley is a member of the Allendale Township's Planning Commission and the co-founder of the right-wing group called the American Patriot Council. The group hosted anti-lockdown rallies that featured armed militia members. At a rally protesting calls to remove a Confederate statue, activists say Kelley invited William Knoll, one of the 14 members arrested in the alleged plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer. Now, Kelley has filed paperwork to launch a committee to explore a run as governor as a Republican in 2022.
I think Kelley's announcement makes a lot of sense in politics because when you're in politics, you strike when the iron is hot. When their name is in the headlines, when they've got something that they're being known for, any news is good news. Any coverage is good coverage.
Not necessarily. I don't really agree with that one. But I think any news is not necessarily good news. There could definitely be some very false news, I would say. But however, this does not seem to be the case here, for the most part. But I would say that this man is being quite interesting in the sense of kind of what he's saying. It's not too much a surprise here, but I think some of these other videos will kind of explain a little bit more here. The complaint says that he was identified by tips and wearing the same outfit to several events. During one event, according to the complaint, Kelley said that people should stand and fight to prevent Democrats from stealing the election. That's not necessarily bad. However, I would say, depending on the context and where he's at, etc., it could be a problem. Now, I remember Trump doing something similar to that where time to fight back or something along those lines. I don't want to quote him because I could be horrendous long. It's been a while. But he never instigated anything and he didn't start anything. He even tried to stop it from all happening. He said, do everything peacefully, go out there and do it peacefully. And that's majority of what the people did. So selecting a very small group of people is insane. In fact, there was far left people dressing themselves up as to be part of, I would say, far left people dressing up as at the January 6th thing as Republicans or part of the GOP or what have you to try to entice and make it worse. This has been proven, and yeah, you can't really say that the Republicans were really doing much. However, I'm not trying to defend this man either. He gave a speech while wearing a name tag and stated COVID-19 was made so they can use propaganda to control your minds so that you think, if you watch the media, that Joe Biden won this election. The court filing continues. We are not going to buy it. We're not going to stand and fight for America, for Donald Trump. We're not going to let the Democrats steal this election. The complaint says that three witnesses familiar with Kelley helped to identify him in the footage. In June 21, the Michigan Democratic Party tweeted footage that they claimed to show Kelley saying, "Come on, let's go. This is it. This is it. This is war, baby," as he walked towards the Capitol. All right, well, let's see the footage.
Come on, let's go. This is war, baby. This is it. It's a revolution.
Yeah, well, that ain't good. You can't really be doing something like that. Kelley was slated to make his first court appearance the same day as his arrest at a federal court in Grand Rapids. The arrest took place hours before a made TV for hearing from the House Committee investigating January 6th is scheduled to take place. If convicted, Kelley faces up to 10 years in federal prison, which might be justified here. I'm not too familiar on that court of Pacific law, so it could be very true. I do know that you really shouldn't be saying that, especially as a political candidate, because you would be pretty much trying to incite political violence. So yeah, let's not do that, which is the opposite of what Trump did, by the way. He never said any of those words close to that. And he specifically said, we want peace and stuff like that and all that stuff. So again, I don't know where people are trying to dictate what if he actually said that, because people are lunatics and don't actually follow information. But again, yeah, it's kind of insane. But yeah, not very good on you, Republican. Not very good on you. Making the rest of the side of Republicans look bad. Unfortunately, Democrats make themselves look bad daily, so it's kind of a common trend over there. But as for the Republicans, we try to just not be retarded. Let's start with that. But sometimes we get one of the lunatics that gets out, and yeah, I mean I'm kind of with him with the whole COVID thing, but I don't know. Just because I agree with people on what they say or what they do or what are some of their things does not mean I agree with inciting violence or trying to advocate for whatever he was doing. Yep. Well, guys, that's it for the video. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.